This woman writes, my husband's best friend seems to be attracted to me, and I don't know what to do. They're all 23 years old. In this case, you might just play dumb and act like you're oblivious to this guy being attracted to you, because it's like, what's going to happen if you bring it up to your husband that, hey, this guy, your best friend, is trying to hit on me, he's trying to flirt with me, he's trying to, well, whatever, he's attracted to me. um, it's just going to cause a bunch of drama. And so it's like, in your situation, you might just not put yourself in situations where it makes it easy for him to like make moves on you or whatever the case may be. Um, and if he ever does like some kind of pass at you, or even like tries to initiate like trying to the two of you getting together alone, it's like, well, I'd really just like to be there when my husband's around, and you say something like that. Um, but as far as bringing up these types of things, it's really going to create a bunch of drama. And it's almost like you're making him pick a side. Let's get into the post. Let's see if I can clarify more. My husband's best friend has been behaving strangely around me lately. He moved to a major city and is single after he was the other man in his previous relationship. So he got cheated on. He doesn't have much success with relationships. Probably a little bit desperate if he's flirting with you. Maybe he feels a little bit jealous of his best friend because he's succeeding with women. He's got a wife, and then the best friend has nothing. He's getting cheated on. So I would be careful in this situation. It does happen. He was the best man at me and my husband's wedding, considering a very close friends of ours. He has a lot in common with us. Recently, we visited this large city to see family and have gone out with him together multiple times. However, every time we are all together, it seems like he stares at me when he's talking, no one else. I'd probably just play dumb. We could both talk for days. I listen to his problems, and we are both intellectually attuned with one another, prompting good conversation. He will talk about his dating life and almost verbally say he wants someone like me in terms of personality, physical traits, and spirituality. Poor pickup approach, dude. Oh, I'm going to talk about my exes because it's like, oh, I'm going to bring that up because if I talk about exes, it shows that I'm successful with women and then other women will be attracted to me. It's just like, it's so obvious that it really just comes from a place of insecurity. And just, if you're trying to use that approach, don't expect it to work. uh, because ultimately, I mean, in most cases, women like guys who can keep their mouth shut about that kind of stuff. Not just put it out in the open, but I'd say in this case, it's really poor pickup approach if that is what he's trying to do. Not to mention, he's admitted that he's jealous. Oh, here we go. That we're married and he's not. What? Yeah. He also will put down my husband a bit, but raise me up as if I know exactly what he wants. Yeah, I would say that he might be trying to get with you, but he might even not have like the courage to do it, but he just wants to kind of stir things up because he feels insecure about himself. Meaning, when it comes down to it, he might not actually like cheat with you out of like loyalty to his friend, but ultimately he's going to try to basically bring your relationship down because his relationships suck. So, I mean, people want to justify their own decisions and not feel bad about themselves. And if this person's failing, it's like, well, they don't want to feel bad about failing, so they bring you down. And unfortunately, that's really a weak way to go. I mean, it's just like, and sometimes you distance yourself from people like that once you recognize that's kind of what they're doing. And so that is something I might bring up to your husband. Hey, it just seems like he's trying to kind of, he's just making a little bit kind of awkward situations. I know he hasn't had success, and it just seems like he's a little bit jealous of our relationship. And maybe you bring that up to your husband because he's like, you know what, that's true. You know, he has been saying some weird stuff. Maybe we You know, I still care about him a lot. He's the best friend of my best man at my wedding, best friend for so many years. But it's just like when we're together, maybe I'll just do guys' nights with him. But it's like when we're together, it is kind of a weird situation. I recognize that. So let's kind of distance ourselves from him a little bit more. Easy solution right there. So yeah, that's what I'd say. I'd say the guy's just a little bit insecure about himself, about his own success, and he, just like you said, just like he said himself, that he's jealous actually. So that's what I would do. I just make it, you say like, this is kind of what I was feeling. Bring that up to your husband, and then you can kind of just distance yourself and handle it in a more mature way. So subscribe to the channel. I've got a couple free products you can get, as well as the paid ones on that link in the description below.